All right, what is the best love novel in America?
I don't know, but tomorrow night we're going to find out.
Yeah, the Great American Read comes to a close with the big reveal. Joining us to talk about the contenders is Meredith Vieira. Hi, Meredith, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, guys, I'm good, and I know the #1 book.
But you're not telling us today, are you?
No, I don't think so.
Well, the voting selection is so interesting, though, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, PBS had a poll conducted and really tried to cross a section of Americans, so very fair, and came up with this list of 100. And it's certainly not the list that the Library of Congress necessarily would come up with, or PBS, but it is what Americans say are their favorite books. And we premiered in May and asked people to read, and boy, did they read, and they voted. 4 million votes.
That's incredible.
Before we closed voting. So it's great. And we've generated, beyond that, which is wonderful, we've generated all sorts of book clubs around the country. Our own Facebook book club, PBS's Facebook book club, has 50,000 members. So we've started a conversation. We've reminded people how wonderful it is to fall in love with a book, to share the books that they love. A lot of people didn't agree with the list. That was great, too. If you don't agree with it, what book would you have put on?
Exactly.
So it's been fun.
Are your books, any of your books, in the top 10? I know we have the list. It's Charlotte's Web, Chronicles of Narnia, Gone with the Wind, Harry Potter, the series Jane Eyre, Little Women, Lord of the Rings, Outlander, Pride and Prejudice, and To Kill a Mockingbird. Meredith, did any of your choices make it on there?
Yes, they did. My first choice, and I said this at the beginning of the series, if somebody were to corner me and say you have to pick just one, I said To Kill a Mockingbird because I read that when I was 13. And that was at a particular time in my life where that book just had a profound impact on me and the way I saw the world and my own role in the world as a moral person. But, you know, if you'd gone to me on another day, I might have said Charlotte's Web, because I've read it many times, having 3 kids. And I think that it is the best book ever written about the true definition of friendship. So both of them are on it. But I love Pride and Prejudice as well, Jane Eyre, Harry Potter. I mean, J.K. Rowling made reading cool for kids.
Right.
How can you not love Harry Potter? So I'm thrilled with the top 11. And the best part is that of the top 11, 8 of those books were written by women.
Wow.
Just saying, Scott. Just saying.
Pretty
That's
cool.
awesome. That really is awesome.
Now, we are going to be able to see this tomorrow night on PBS at 8 p.m., so it will be revealed, although I love Jane Eyre. I love that, but I love how there's fantasy, there's children's, there's adult, and there's some pretty serious themes on that. And you had just mentioned a moment ago that some people maybe thought the list wasn't where it should be. What was the biggest, I guess, critique you got about some of the books and the book's choices?
Well, I think initially some people, particularly 50 Shades of Grey, they were surprised that it was on the list, and we had to remind them, hey, this was a poll that was conducted. This is what people felt were their favorite books, so it's not up to PBS to judge it. And as somebody just pointed out to me, 50 Shades of Grey, like Harry Potter, got people reading. Whether you love the book or not, it generated interest in reading again. And that's a powerful statement. So, but most people felt the list was fair. You know, they got it. A few that didn't have a book, like for example, Tom Sawyer. So I had some people say, Huck Finn was a better book. Well, okay. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Right. I don't know. I didn't come up with a list.
But it did. It brings up
Don't blame me.
It brings up a conversation which is so important, especially to talk about literature and reading. It's getting people reading, which is terrific.
Yes, and
I agree 100%.
All right, and again, we can watch this, the Great American Read series finale, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. I'm so excited on PBS to see what the book actually is.
Meredith, before we go,
like I said, yeah, go ahead.
I just want to thank you for your years of business in the news business. Your way of delivery, it's calming and it's soothing, and you got us through some really big crises here in the United States. So I just wanted to thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. And my husband's from West Hartford, so I love Hartford.
Oh, you love that.
Oh, yeah.
Come visit. Come visit.
Okay.
All right, great to see you.
You'll regret it.
No, that's fine. Again,
I'll bring books.
All right, bring a book. The Great American Read series finale is tomorrow at 8 o'clock on PBS. She's terrific. All right, in just a few, Scott Bakula is joining us to talk about some developments on his show, NCIS New Orleans.
Yep, and up next, a segment Kara did before she left on how to incorporate the flavors of fall into your mac and cheese.
Looks
Yum.
good, but before we learn that recipe, we're going to send you on over to Studio A for an update on today's latest news and weather.